It doesn't even look like I've canned about 25 pounds of tomatoes. I've still got some going on in here. Got them over here. Got them over here. Got about 1.5 billion down there. So my husband's working on a new project now. He's got another woodworking project. So we'll go down there and see what he's doing.
So you got the bed right here. Then there's going to be 2, what he's wanting to call nightstands and hutches that are on top of it. All of it's going to be attached together. But that's the end result. We'll see how it looks on the done.
It's going to look good. Seth's going to help you too, right?
Yeah.
Got a nice fan going on because it's hot.
Yeah.
Good morning. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. So I'm out here to check a few things before it storms because we're supposed to have thunderstorms today and the sky's getting kind of dark and it is super humid here. And I planted some green beans last week, so I want to see if they've come up, and I also want to check my trail cam. So let's go down there and do that, and then we'll check the greenhouse and the flowers and see how everything's doing. And then I'm heading for some lunch. I can literally pick tomatoes the night before and then get up in the morning and there's a whole nother basket full of them. Hey chickens! I hope my trail cam worked last night. So there was like some sort of malfunction the night before and I didn't get any footage, which was a little disappointing. Alright y'all, bad news again. It said bad file. I think I'm gonna have to get a new SD card to put in here. Try that, see if that works. So that's my next step. Look what we have here. A whole row of green beans. They've come up and I figure they would just because we've had so much rain. Whoop, there's a stray bean right there. Stick it in the ground. Oh, they look good. Something's been in the garden. Look at that. Footprints. I have got to get my trail cam up and running. I don't know if y'all can hear me through the wind, but the winds are picking up. So here's my cucumber status. Looking like it's doing pretty good. Got one little plant back here and another one over there, and then some up at the driveway. I actually made some pickles the other day. I need to do a video on that, on how I make them. They're just refrigerator pickles. They're really crisp. They're super good. This vine right here, which I call hummingbird vine, some people call it star vine. It's got different names, but it's coming up really good on this side now that I've removed those cosmos that were there. It's really pretty. This foliage type produces like a red star looking flower. There's also different colors. I did plant them, but I'm only seeing red so far. This type of leaf pattern grows an orange type flower. I have mostly over all of this. But the hummingbirds love this. I can look out my kitchen window and they're landing in here all the time and on all these flowers. I get a lot of these butterflies right here. I'm going to make some refrigerator pickles from a recipe my mom gave me. We made them at her house and they were super good. They do have a little bit of spice to them. I may lessen that just a little bit because my husband don't like the spice quite as much. I think it was like 1/4 teaspoon of flakes. We might go with just 1/8. These are the cucumbers I got out of my garden. I've got to get some garlic, so I'm going to use the garlic that I grew over the winter, and I got to go get that out of my basement. I'm going to use half of the pepper flake for you. My husband's not a spicy food kind of person. Now, I like spicy food, but his version of spice and my version of spice are two totally different things. Alright, so I'm finally going to use some of my garlic. Alright, so this recipe is just a refrigerator recipe. You don't can it. I'm sure you could, but they're a lot crispier if you don't run them through the canner. Now I do have some pickle crisp, and I did use that last year with a few recipes, and we've eaten it over the winter. Pretty good, but this is extra crispy, so I just make them as I need them. I'm going to put 2 cloves of my garlic that I grew. Just the garlic. 1/4 teaspoon of peppercorn. half a teaspoon of mustard seed, 1/4 teaspoon of sugar, 1½ teaspoons of the kosher salt, and then it calls for 1/4 ounce of fresh dill, and then 1/2 cup of vinegar and 1/2 cup of water. Mix it up real good, and you want to refrigerate it for about 24 hours. Looks pretty good. It's raining again. Y'all, the sun's coming out, so... Oh, my husband says there's a rainbow. Where? Look. Go out here and look. Where? Ooh. Pretty.
I drove through it the other day. It dropped on Louisville Road.
Did you find the gold?
I did not.
I'm not rich, so you didn't find it.
If I would have found it, I would have turned around and come back home.
You wouldn't have went back to work? Y'all, it won't be long and the weather starts getting colder, and I'll be spending a lot of time in here working with my succulents and my plants. Good morning. I think I got a gift in the mail. Let's see what it is. My husband ordered me something. He didn't tell me what it was. Something wrapped up. Oh, succulents. Awesome. Alright, y'all. Got them down to the greenhouse, and I'm fixing to open them up. Pretty. Ooh. Get that all echeveria. Looks like a ruby necklace. Ooh, another pretty echeveria. Now you see that these don't have a stem on them. That is totally fine. You can actually just sit them right on top of the soil and they'll root into the soil. Now whenever you want to try to root these, you do not want to put them in direct sunlight. They need to be indirect lighting, and do not water them until they start rooting. You can spray them every now and then, maybe once a day or every couple days with a mister, and don't water them until they start developing roots. That one had a bloom. I love these little chryssulas. They're like a string of buttons. You know, I got a variegated jade. I love anything variegated with succulents. A little bit harder to find. Pretty. Ooh, now that's pretty. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Now that's one I do not have. Another type of chrysula. She's always given me a large variety of these, and this is where I've ordered from. Always had really good succulents from her. I'm coming. Acclimating fish. And a snail. We found this cool purple mystery snail. It's kind of rare. I had to get it. And this guy came in and dropped these fish off because he was getting rid of his aquarium, so we took them home. Not quite sure what they are. We're gonna look it up though. We think they're some form of tetra. Seth has a mystery snail in here, and currently, I don't know where it's at. It's a mystery. Wait, it's not a mystery snail. It's a rabbit snail. And there's only one. But we discovered something the other day. It had a baby, which the thing that was a little mysterious about it was the only one in there of its kind. So we were a little puzzled, and we kept looking at the snail, and we were definitely sure that's what it was because it had the same type of shell. It has like a long shell, and this little baby does too. And that rabbit snail had been there for like 5 months. So it didn't come over on a plant. We hadn't bought any new plants or anything like that it could have come in the aquarium on. So when we got to the aquarium store today, we asked the guy, and he said that they can actually breed asexually, like they don't have to have another one. And it has basically like a carbon copy of itself, like a twin. Super weird. And those are some tetras he got the other day at the aquarium store. Ooh, yeah, they're pretty. These have red on too. They're probably a little stressed from the move, and that causes their color to kind of be faded, so it should come out after they get acclimated. And there's a tetra. We had 4 of those. Now we only have 1, so we're not sure what happened to those. Freedom. There he goes. The fish is trying to figure it out. Well, I decided to clean out my aquarium in the greenhouse since we were doing fish stuff today, and my little aquarium over here had like an algae bloom. It just went crazy, and so like on Saturday, so a few days back, I tried to clean it out. I didn't clean it out fully, and I think it just took off again with algae. I don't know if it's just because it's so warm right now and humid, but I ended up having to drain all the water out and take the snails and the fish out. So right now they're in this little container. Y'all can see them. I've got quite a few little snails. They are mystery snails, and then my little guppies. And also, when I was cleaning out my pond the other day, I noticed another clutch back here behind. If y'all can see it back there. So, what to do? Do I need to hatch out more snails? It is tempting, right? Look at that. Look at all those. I was debating on putting these snails inside of my aquarium in the basement because I don't think they'll get eaten. I don't think that'll be a problem. I'm gonna have to have a dilemma. I have a dilemma with the guppies. I think they're probably gonna have to stay in this small aquarium because I think they would definitely get eaten. A lot of my goldfish are kind of big now, and I'm afraid they would mess with them. So I'm gonna get the little guppies moved back over here, and I think most of the snails I might put inside the basement. Had to bring some warm water in. They're used to warm water, so we don't want to shock them.